Welcome to the Next 7 Days podcast series, where we break the season down into week-by-week segments, bringing on a new guest hunter every week that specializes in their time frame. We're starting off at September 14th and running to November 30th, covering every segment of the season, starting with early season into the October lull, into the rut and the secondary rut. Let's get ready to hunt the next 7 days with Josh Profitt. Welcome to the Whitetail Legacy Podcast, coming in your ear holes with the next episode of the series with Josh Profitt. It is go time. It is finally here, that late October, early November timeframe that us hunters dream about when these big mature deer finally get up on their feet. They're checking scrapes, they're checking doe bedding, they're making mistakes, and we are about to strike. And we talked with Josh this week on how he hunts this week. In his select ways. He's killed a lot of bucks during this week, and it's a good, really good week to kill bucks here. And we got a cold front coming in here in the Midwest that I'm pretty excited about. Let's get into the people to make this possible. We're going to get into the show. Starting off with Exodus Outdoor Gear. If you're anything like me, you realize that waiting for Black Friday savings doesn't help you very much during the most critical time of the season. The next 3 weeks here, you're going to want the most important intel from those cams instantly to react and make a move on a target buck when it comes into an area. That's why the Exodus decided to run a very limited sale to help you now. Starting right now, you can save 27% on any render bundle by using the code RUT, all caps 27, no space, RUT27. This is the biggest savings Exodus has ever offered in the industry-leading render, and they do not anticipate it lasting very long. In case you're not familiar with the product line, the Exodus Render is their Verizon 4G LTE camera that works with any connected device and provides some of the fastest transmission times in the entire industry. On top of that, it is about as user-friendly as it gets, and it comes with the Exodus Advantage. One thing I'd like to throw on this also, as a mobile cam, it does have a viewing screen, which is so crucial for me. You can get that cam exactly where you want it right when you're there with that viewing screen. Okay, I got the whole entire scrape. I'm not too low on the scrape. I'm not too high. I'm hitting this whole entire doe bedding trail, exit trail. You can be 100% sure that you got the right angle on that cam before you leave it. On top of that, if you're not familiar with the Exodus Advantage, let me tell you a little bit about that. The Exodus Advantage is three things. It's a 5-year no BS warranty, it's a 5-year theft and damage coverage, and it's a best-in-class customer service. Now the time to experience the Exodus Render and get the edge for the season is RUT. Do yourself a favor and start running the most dependable cell camera on the market and use code RUT27 to save up $140 on select bundles. Head over to Exodus Outdoor Gear to support them and support my show, Whitetail Legacy, by using the code RUT27 at checkout. Also, coming at you with the Afflictor broadheads, I'm shooting the K2 fixed. Exodus just released a podcast with Afflictor about blood trailing. If you have not listened to that, really good job that they did over there. A ton of intel about lung shots, heart shots, gut shots, winded track, how long to wait, angles, liver shots, just so much intel. I probably will listen to it again this week sometime. Just to try to absorb a little bit more out of it. But I'm going to be shooting the K2. They also go into their broadheads a little bit more in depth on that, and you can check that out at Trail Cam Radio. And getting into the final one here, 330archery.com. If you're in the market for a bowstring, look them up and look no further than them. They're going to hook you up and get you the fastest turnaround available on a bowstring if you need to get out there in the rut and hunt. All right, let's get into the show.
All right, we got the camera goat. I'm going to start calling you that, dude. It's stuck. The OG killer from Kentucky. How is it going tonight, Josh Profitt?
Well, we just recorded one podcast.
Yeah.
2 in. I mean, it's good, man. I'm having a good time.
Nice. Yep. A lot of people have podcasts and think, man, that'd be a badass time. And then they try to do a podcast when they try to hunt. And that shit, if you're a real hunter, like killing bucks is over this podcast every day of the week. So we figured out a couple years ago, pre-record the shit and release it during season. So You think I could tie you down October 26th for a podcast, bro? Hell no. Josh is out there grinding. He's on his fourth hanging hunt in 2 days. You know what I mean? Like, he ain't got time for me. So we got to get you when shit's calm down and shit's normal. But all right, man, we're talking October 26th, though November 2nd tonight. Just to start out, give a brief introduction of who you are and what you got going on.
Josh Profitt, 37, here in Western Kentucky. I've done a few of these podcasts. Career-wise, I've been a coal miner my whole life. I went to barber school, going through that now. I got 11 or 12 Pope and Young bucks on the walls. Been hunting public ground 14 or 15 seasons. Hunting total 30 years. 4 kids. I really do live a good life. God's blessed me. And if I can honestly say that I don't have anything to complain about.
I recorded an episode with Chad maybe in November, and I was like, all right, this is the second biggest arms we ever had on the podcast. And he was like, oh, who's the first? I was like, man, Josh is a giant, dude. So I just want to throw you out there. Good dude, strong as hell. First, and I'm like, man, this guy is solid. I remember I was standing at the table with you, Chad, and me, and I was like, damn, I'm normally not the small guy. I'm looking tiny as hell right now.
I just want to put this out there because I do on all the podcasts. Chad don't want no smoke, man.
No, Chad don't want no smoke.
He don't want none.
I don't know who I would bet on man.
If he wants it, he can come get it anytime.
But yeah, I was at that table at the Badlands Film Festival. I was like, damn, I be looking small as hell right now. These guys are giants. But yeah, I just want to throw it out there. All right, man, we're talking October 26th, November 2nd. If you could pick a perfect setup for you, man, you got the perfect scenario of how you're going to kill this buck, the weather, the time, the setup. What do you think it would be?
Man, we're going to go right around Halloween. We're going to put it right in the middle of this because that's when we all get fired up. Halloween, that's the bewitching day. Everything changes. We're going to set the mood here. We're going to go with a cold front, northwest wind off a doe bedding area. We're going to go temperature low of 30 because 30 is good. And then we're going to take it all the way up to 50 because I don't care what anybody says. 50 is the perfect rut hunting weather. It's not hot. It's not cold. You can sit out there all day and enjoy it. The leaves are changing. You're changing. The grain bins are going. The corn husks are flying through there. It is the most magical time to be in the woods because if I'm being honest, man, when it's right around Halloween, it ain't all about the deer hunting. It's just all about the environment and soaking up what God gives you, man, because it is people don't realize what they miss out, that view from the deer stand on that north wind hitting you in late October, man.
Yeah.
God is good.
Leaves are falling. It's perfect, man. I really like it when you're a little cold in the morning, but you're like, all right, man, 10:30.
9 o'clock, man. It's 9 o'clock. It's going to get good.
It'll be real good, man. I really like that. So we're downwind of a doe bedding area. We're set up. It's absolutely beautiful out. What are the bucks doing in this time of the period of the year?
Man, they're looking for that. We all know what they're doing. They're looking for that first available piece. They don't care if it's Lenane or Tina. They're looking for the first one, man. And that cold front's going to get them on the move. We know it's going to get them on the move. Yeah. So we're going to get ready and we're going to anticipate what we got coming to us because I can promise you somewhere close to where you're at, there is a good buck with one thing on his mind, Halloween day, right around the last of October. And I always tell everybody, you always know, this is how you know. This is how I know. Some people may disagree. This is how I know. Weather fronts, cold fronts trump everything. They trump the moon. They trump everything, in my opinion. Weather is king when it comes to deer movement. And there is some things that come into play with that. But all year long, you got to think how a deer thinks. In the afternoon is actually a deer's morning. Your morning is actually their evening. They're flip-flop from us. Okay. So you can always tell when that rut's getting close, when them does are getting ready to come in, because it's like somebody flips that light switch, man. All of a sudden, a lot of your movement that you see in September, October, minus the cold fronts, is in the evenings. It's an evening game. I'm not saying it can't be done in the morning, but it's an evening game. And when that light switch flips on, where you start on your cameras or visual, you start seeing a lot more of those bucks moving in the morning. Like, hey man, you better get ready, because if there's a cold front that hits any day, like there may be a couple does that come in right here on this 100 acres. There may be Charlie Brown's deer that's 220 that we didn't know about, that's fixing to cross the fence for the first time, or this or Bones that we've been waiting on over here. Like, oh, we know he's close because we've done our scouting. We've been on him. Like, this is the morning we've waited for. Like, man, just don't get no better. Northwest wind, hit the wind. And this is where a lot of people mess up. They set up for them. They don't set up for the deer. You got to think about how the deer is going to use the wind. And a lot of times when you're killing these big bucks, and if you talk to a lot of guys that are good at it, man, that wind is, you're riding it on a thread and a needle. Like, there's a fine line of getting busted. A lot of times that wind's not perfect for you. And that's when you got to roll the dice and do everything you can. If you believe in scent management, this is the time where it's really going to come into play. And then you got to start thinking about them thermals. We all love the thermals in the morning.
Yeah.
As soon as that sun hits the ground, it's definitely going to help you out.
Yeah.
So that's what I'm going to go for, man. 30-degree morning, right outside of doe bedding area, Halloween day, northwest wind, high pressure, sunny, deer just like you and me, man. If me and you don't want to get out in the rain, today was horrible here. I didn't do any haircuts.
Yeah.
But if it cools off tomorrow and that sun comes out and that pressure hits the sky and then temperatures drop, man, I'm gonna turn and burn them hairs, man. I'm gonna be giving boozy fades out to everybody.
I need to go get a fade from you. How far are you from me?
Man,
you got a nice fade, would you?
You got to come see me, because I am going to hook you up with that big buck cut.
Oh yeah, the big buck cut.
Yeah, the big
That's
buck
what
cut.
I need.
And I'm probably going to get you laid. I'm going to fade that beard in real nice.
Yeah.
She's going to love it, man.
Looking prime out there.
She's going to love it.
This is the rolling dice time of the year right now, man. I like that you said that. This is when you want to put her all on red and say, all right, let's go. But I got a shot. Let's make it happen. So, are you hunting more mornings or evening this time of year? Are you out there all day?
It's been evenings, but I've never been able to hunt. I've been able to hunt 4 days a month. So I just went when I could. But if you can pick and choose your days, hunt the fronts, man. Absolutely. Yeah. Hunt the fronts. Don't burn out your spots. I'm telling you, weather plays key in everything. But right around that time of year, man, whether it's good or bad, I'm going to start hunting the mornings. And the good things about it, man, the morning's probably always going to be cooler than the evenings. So what's going to happen is hunting the mornings, whether it's hot or cold or mild, that's just going to play a window on how far your deer move, versus they're going to stop moving at 7:30 or 9. Or, it's Halloween weekend and it ain't going to hit above 50, man. We may hit some Ridge Reapers today. We may hit them bucks, may be cruising.
When you were talking about naming does there earlier, homie did a TikTok of like that Usher song that's like Shaniqua, Keisha, and I was like,
Pablo, man.
Yeah. I was like, oh yeah, it's that Petey Pablo, Petey Pablo, and it was like does, and it's hilarious. And every doe, I'm like, it's Keisha. I just name every doe's name's Keisha now, just because he did that TikTok, and that is Petey Pablo. But yeah, he did that, and I was like, that's hilarious. Nobody out there naming does, but homie did that TikTok. I'm like, Keisha, every doe. I'm going to kill him off Keisha. Keisha's in the, she's in here bedding. A lot of Keishas out there, Keisha 1 through 10. But so you're gonna focus more to the mornings if it's warm. The evenings you've had good luck if you're around the front. But if you can be out there all day, that's key.
Man, that time of year it's just good to be out there.
Yeah, I've had mobile cams pop on the 28th, 29th at noon. A buck hitting a scrape like just randomly. I killed my buck last year on the 27th, and we went in there, pulled the cam. He was on that scrape at noon that day. We went back in there. I killed him at 4:30, going back and hitting the same scrape. So people think that, it's not really in the rut yet. Might not, we're not going to get any midday movement. I don't think that's the case, man. If you're in the zone, like you said, you might catch a ridge reaper slipping up, and
you got to do your homework, man. You got to do your homework. If you've done your homework, I'm telling you, that time of the year, man, you just got to, you hear everybody say it, like whether sunny, not sunny, warm, cold, that time of year, it really does play just to be there. I mean, I can't tell you how many 70-degree day November days I've seen big deer. I've seen probably 150, 160-inch deer at 1:30 in the afternoon when it was 75 in November. Literally, it looked like he was ready to die, but he didn't. He had one thing on his mind.
Mm-hmm.
So,
all right, we're going to switch it up here with some fun would you rathers. All right, doe bedding or buck bedding? What's your go-to this time of year?
I'm gonna hunt like a coyote, man. Them bucks ain't bedding together, man, but them does are.
Up the odds.
And pimping ain't easy. Pimping ain't easy. So, if you got one buck over here, 5 does over here, Josh Profitt's going to be over here.
On the does. All right, 130 or 140 with the recurve, or a 180 with the compact. 140. I knew that answer when I was writing this down. I'm like,
I don't care if it's a year.
I even tried to bump it up to that 180 mark to really kind of tweak your arm a little bit.
I don't care if he's 2.5 years old, man. I'm gonna hit him with that stick and string.
All right, target buck or random giant. I know this year might be different, but
why'd you say that? Man, but that kind of conflicts with this year.
Yeah, it does kind of conflict with this year.
I'm gonna go random giant because, man, I've always just set up in a good buck area.
Yeah, I'm the same way. I'm after a deer, but man, if a big one comes by, I cannot pass a deer. All right, most important question on the list: oatmeal cream pie or zebra cake?
It's all about the cream pies.
Cream pies, hell yeah!
From the deer stand to the bedroom, it's gonna be cream pie every time.
Oatmeal cream pies all the way. All right, oatmeal cream pie or Star Crunch? Those Star Crunches, bro, they're up there. They're high.
I'm telling you, oatmeal cream pie. I'm gonna go with the double stuffed.
Double stuffed.
I will
tell you one thing though. I've never had a frozen oatmeal cream pie. I don't know if that freeze or not, but a Star Crunch will freeze if it's cold out. That thing will be like a brick, bro. You have to put it in the hot hand pocket, warm it up for a while before you can get to it. But all right, this time of year, how much trail cam data are you utilizing, if any, right now?
A lot, man. A lot. What's happened is this time of year, I'm probably fixing to hit my vacation time. So let's say I'm hunting 7,000 acres. I probably got it narrowed down to 300 to 600 acres. And I'm probably on them 300 to 600 acres. I'm probably going to check 3 to 5 cameras. And that's probably where I'm going to hang up at, man. Because I've been doing my homework scouting with trail cameras a lot, mainly because they're 24/7. Plus my boots on the ground. That's what I'm going to have to go with.
Nice. All right. If you could tell a guy out there hunting this week one thing that might make him be a little bit more successful, what do you think is just the absolute key to this time of the year?
Hunt hard, have fun. And if you need to take a break, and what I mean by take a break is if you've grinded so hard that you need to sleep in one morning till 7 o'clock instead of 2:30 and get out there at 10 instead of 6, you need to do it because your mind's going to be clear. You're going to feel better about what's going on. You're just going to be more alert. I can't tell you how many deer I've probably missed opportunities on, or how many big deer have slipped past me because I was too stubborn. I was too young. I was too stupid that I just thought that I had to be out there, man. And I realized I was making mistakes, and I was making mistakes because I was getting sloppy. I was getting tired, and I was doing that because I was getting up at 2. I was leaving at 2:30. I was driving an hour. I was walking an hour. I was hanging a stand 20 minutes in the dark. Then I was waiting 30 minutes for the sun come up. And then I sit out there all day. And then I drove home. Then, I was only getting a few hours of sleep. And man, anymore, man, if I've grinded it out and it's like day 5 and I got 9 days, I'll sleep in. I'm not going to say I'm not going to sleep in till 9 or 10 o'clock, but I'm going to get an extra probably 3-4 hours of sleep. I'm going to get 7 hours of sleep. I'm going to get a good breakfast. I'm going to get a shower. I'm going to get a clear mind, and I'm going to go out there with a positive attitude, man, because when you start getting down like that, when you start wearing yourself down mentally and physically, dude, it breaks you, man. It just straight up breaks you. And if all sometimes you need to do is hit that little restart button, if that means sleep 3 or 4 hours and eat a warm meal and take a warm shower and kiss your kids by, there's nothing wrong with getting in the deer stand at 10 o'clock or 9 or 10 o'clock in the morning that time of year, especially on a cold front.
Yeah. I like that tactic a lot, man. I find myself doing the same things. You're just out there, you're feeling like you're going to miss out on something, but you're going to mess up on the opportunity when it comes because you're not in the game. And I did that a couple of years ago on a buck that we've only encountered one time, and we encountered him as our 3rd day biking in, waking up hella early, packing in, hanging stands. We were burnt out. They say big buck coming, and I just grabbed my bow and turned around to get on him, not thinking, busted me instantly and gone. If I'd have been in a clearer mind, I never do that. When someone says big buck, I don't even move. I'm like, okay, where's he at? And
it starts to get unsafe, man. Like when I was younger, I remember I'd be so tired, even with a safety harness on, I'd be like, I got to get down.
Yeah.
I got to get down because I'm going to fall asleep. I'm going to fall out of this lone wolf.
Yeah. Yeah. I'm the same way. All right, brother. We appreciate you coming on, dude. Like I said, we'll keep it quick and short. I'm hoping you're already tagged your target buck by now, and you had a slam dunk year.
Hey, y'all enjoy this time of the year.
Yeah, this time of the year it's absolutely game time, bro. You better get off the bench, get your Nikes on, because it's time to ball. Ball or rut, baby.
Ball till you fall.
Yep, ball till you fall. So
ball or rut. Ball or rut.
Ball or rut, baby. Time for ball or rut. Love it out there. I'll be dropping threes. I don't even care if I airball. You better look out, bro. I'm coming in hard in the paint.
Ooh, hard to paint.
Yeah. All right, brother. Nice chatting with you, man.
All right, have a good one, man.
All right, well, there it is. I hope you enjoyed that episode. I'm coming at you with Josh Profitt there, talking about one of my favorite times of the whole entire year. Hopefully you heard something in this episode to tweak your mind, to get out there and you kill that target buck. That's the goal of this whole entire show, is to make that happen for you. Don't forget, we're coming up real quick on my Rutcation podcast, starting the 31st. I'm also going to be reaching out to some of my buddies, having quick 3-4 minute phone calls when they go out hunting. Some of the people in the industry that I really, really enjoy talking to, see what they're seeing if they're having any luck, and what they're going to try for the next day. So it's going to be fun. I'm going to be coming at you every day with that. But as always, try to do the right thing, try to leave a legacy, and Whitetail Legacy is out. We love you guys. Here we go.